Hey everyone, it's May 19th, and that means that if today is your birthday, you share it with Albert Fish, one of the most notorious serial killers in American history, who may have murdered more than 100 children in the 20s and 30s, and that is him right up there. Fish was given a myriad of nicknames in that time period, including the Gray Man, the Werewolf of Wisteria, the Brooklyn Vampire, the Moon Maniac, and the Boogeyman. Born in 1870 to a 75-year-old father and 32-year-old mother, Fish grew up in the Washington, D.C. area, but his dad died when he was just 1. He spent much of his childhood in an orphanage after his mother placed him there at the age of 5. Fish was abused as a boy in the orphanage, often being beaten and whipped, which gave him erections, causing other children to make fun of him. His family had a long history of mental illness, with his brother confined in a mental hospital, his mother experiencing hallucinations, and his sister and 3 other relatives being diagnosed with mental affliction. By the age of 12, Fish was back with his mother, and he began having relationships with other boys, engaging in bizarre sexual fetishes, including drinking urine and eating feces. Fish often attended public baths where he could watch other boys undressing, and he began writing obscene letters to women who had placed personal ads in newspapers, a practice he continued throughout his life. He would totally be sending dick pics right now to people on Craigslist. After spending his 20s as a male prostitute, Fish was put in an arranged marriage in 1898 and fathered 6 children. While working as a house painter, he would molest children, mostly boys under the age of 6, and he became fascinated by sexual mutilation. After a stint in Sing Sing for larceny, he ramped up his deviancy, torturing and cutting off the manhood of a lover he had taken, and engaging in self-harm, embedding needles into his groin. Later x-rays revealed that he had 29 needles lodged in his pelvic region. He killed for the first time in 1910 when he tortured and mutilated a mentally disabled child. After his wife left him in 1917, he began hearing voices, and he started targeting the mentally disabled and African American communities, believing that they were less likely to be the focus of an investigation when they were killed. Sadly, he was right. Fish tortured, mutilated, and killed young children with a cleaver, butcher knife, and handsaw, sometimes paying local children to bring him other kids who would become his victims. In 1928, he killed and cannibalized a young girl, and an anonymous letter that he sent to her parents in 1934 finally led to his capture. The letter is quite a doozy, all about a butcher that would cut up children for meat at $1 to $3 a pound, and how he had eaten their daughter. He had used letterhead found at a boarding house where he was staying and was captured a month later. Once Fish was arrested, the extent of his crimes came out. He confessed to having molested, killed, and cannibalized 100 children, though it was unknown how many of them were actually murdered. He was convicted of 3 murders, with another 5 tied directly to him. Fish died in the electric chair in 1936 at the age of 65, after giving his lawyer his final statement, of which the lawyer said, "I will never show it to anyone. It was the most filthy string of obscenities that I have ever read." If this is your birthday, hope you have a great day. Drop me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know somebody whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Albert Fish, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.